In this video on the Common App, we are going to talk about these two sections here, the activities and the writing section that are located under your Common App tab. In previous videos, we have talked about the profile and family sections together, and we've talked about education and testing. So in this particular video, like I said, we are going to focus on our activities and our writing. And in the activities section, this is a spot where you are going to report a lot of your extracurricular involvement over the last 4 years. In a prior section up in education, we talked a little, there's a section for honors. This is strictly the activities that you have done maybe at Kirkwood High School, or maybe that you've been involved with longer than that. And you can see that these gives you some of the examples that might be outside activities that you have done. If you do not wish to report any activities, you would simply select no. But if you do want to report an activity, you would go ahead and select yes. And once you do that, it's going to bring up this drop down. And it does say here, it says, please list your activities in the order of their importance to you. So as you begin to think about the activities that you have, the ones that have had the biggest impact on you, those are the ones that you want to list first. And if you look at activity type, it's going to give you a little drop down. And what it's wanting you to do is it's wanting you to select something from this drop down that classifies this activity. So that's a required field that you must do. And once you do that, it's going to ask for some descriptions of this activity. For example, is it a leadership description? Is it a leadership position? And give that description. And so, again, you've only got 50 characters in here to write that, so you have to be concise and you've got to be able to fit that into that max character space. It's also going to ask for the organization name, and it's also going to ask for you to describe a little bit, maybe what you accomplished or any recognition that you received through this activity. Once again, be aware of the max characters here. You only have 150 characters to work with, so you want to make sure that you are writing that in such a way that fully describes what you accomplished and gives you the recognition for it. It's also going to ask for some general information about when you participated in this activity, the hours spent per week and the weeks spent per year. And then as I get to the bottom of that first activity that I loaded, if I have other activities, I can simply click this button and I can get up to 10 activities here. If you have more than 10 activities, then you need to prioritize what are the 10 that I spent the most time on, that had the biggest impact on me, and that I have a recognition for as well. And so that is going to be the activities section. And as I scroll back up, you can see the activities section is located on the Common App tab, and it's right down here. The second section that I want to go over in this video is the writing section. And when I select the writing section, this is going to talk about the overall personal essay that is attached to your applications that require it. So let's just talk about that for a minute. What I have done here is I've added 2 schools to my Common App list. I've got Washington University and I've got Truman State University. Truman State is not going to require me to do this essay, but Washington University will require me to do that. And so as I scroll down, the essay they're looking for is right here. These are the different prompts that you can use for this essay. If one of those prompts is not one that you want to use, this final prompt is kind of a catch-all, and it says to share an essay on a topic of your choice. So that is one where you can kind of write an essay maybe that doesn't fit into one of the prompts above. Once again, this essay is what we call the overall Common App essay. You could be applying to maybe 2 or multiple schools that require this. Maybe I'm applying to WashU and Vanderbilt and Duke, and they all require the overall essay. That's where this is housed right here. However, some of those selective schools might require some additional writing. That is going to be in a different part of your application. The essay here is strictly a general essay that would go to all the schools that you applied to. And so as you scroll down, you can see you can put your essay right in there. And then lastly, there's a spot for some additional information. And as I open that up, this is a spot where it talks about, it says community disruptions such as COVID-19 and natural disasters can have deep and long-lasting impacts. This is a spot where you can share on that specific topic if it had an impact on you in your life. And so there's two spots where you can do that. Do you wish to share anything else on this topic? If you select yes, that's going to bring up a box for you to type that in there. If you select yes on the second one, this is a place where you can provide additional details of circumstances or qualifications not reflected in your application. So once again, this is the activities and writing section on the Common App tab. And if you have questions, you can always reach out to your college counselors.